Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome to Maggie's Magical Moon Ceremonies. We are on the banks of the Rogue River here to celebrate this really epic, healing, transformational, expansive full moon in Aries at 16 degrees. This full moon peaks on October 9th, 2022 at 1:54 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is a healing full moon, and healing at the deepest levels of our soul. It pushes us, it expands us, it takes us to the edge of where we have really known ourselves to be, and it has us look at the things that are deep inside us that we need to heal so that we can really move into this next level of expansion and ascension and growth that we're all on the path for. So there's a lot of big energy with this moon, a lot of big energy, and it's all for us. It's all for us like it always is, and it's to expand us and to up-level us and to bring us more into our hearts, to bring us more into ourselves, our individuality, who we are, who we came here to be and express, our heart's deepest wishes and desires and dreams, and into the relationships that are in support of that and help us to heal our deepest wounds. And these type of energies really stretch us. They really push us to our limits. They push us to the edge of what we've known before. We've never been here before, and this energy really is calling for us to release old patterns, heal old wounds, and step into this new timeline, this new elevated, expansive expression of the individual that we are, the love that we are deep inside our souls. And when we do this, it requires change, it requires growth, it requires us to go somewhere that we've never been before, to look at things inside ourselves that we've never looked at, to accept and to integrate at a level that we never have. And that can be really uncomfortable. So I love you all. If you're feeling discomfort, I love you. If you're not, bless you. You've done a lot of work and it's not your time to feel discomfort. But just ride these waves, because they're for us, they're for us, they're for us. As I deeply believe with these energies, they're always for us. So I will get into it. There's just so much happening with this moon, and so much of it is to push us and expand us beyond our current boundaries, beyond where we have been before. So first of all, the Pluto went direct the day before this full moon peaked on Saturday in most places in the world. And Pluto has been retrograde since late April, since right before the Taurus solar eclipse that we had at the very end of April. And Pluto has been calling for us to go inside, to look at the deepest levels of our being and to look at where we need to transform. We've been in this real internal process with so many outer planets retrograde and inner planet. We've had Mercury retrograde as well. We've been in this huge revision process, this huge looking at ourselves. What needs to change, what needs to transform, what needs to fall away, what needs to die so that we can move into this next level of our evolution that's really in alignment with these higher frequencies and our soul's true path here. When Pluto goes direct, though, it really it calls for us to see the truth of the deepest truth of truth, right? And so things that may have been hidden from us that we haven't seen are coming to light. And it's also in alignment with this moon. You know, moons are about revelations, they're about culminations, they're about illumination, sometimes endings. So there's a lot of things that are really coming to light, to be seen, to be exposed, and they're coming out of us. and the full moon is now just amplifying this, right? And you know, there could be some endings with this full moon. There could be some, wow, a big beautiful bird just flew by, a big osprey. You know, some really big endings could come with this moon. or transformations, ways that you realize that you have patterned yourself and been patterned for your whole life, that you're just now seeing, that you've been working through and you've been culminating and ruminating on. And you know now it's time to shift those, it's time to change those. Pluto's in a square to Mercury, a trine to Mercury with this full moon. And so Pluto is really helping us to transform these old mental patternings. Mercury's in Virgo, Mercury's 28 degrees Virgo. And Mercury's calling for us, 28 is the master manifestation degree. And so Mercury's calling for us to manifest a new way of thinking and communicating about this everyday life here on Earth in Virgo. What is the reality that we see around us? And Pluto is saying, okay, it's time to expand your mind and let go of your old mental patterning about what you thought life was supposed to be like, and how you thought about life, how you communicated about it. And Pluto's at a master devotion degree, and it's saying it's time to devote. It's really time to devote to building new structures, Capricorn, new mental structures, Mercury, that are in alignment with your soul's next path in your evolution here on Mother Earth. And Mercury's in a square to Mars, and Mars is squaring Neptune and Mercury with this full moon. So there's lots of this square energy and opposition energy in this moon, and squares and oppositions tend to be the more uncomfortable, like push us to our edges, expand ourselves, break us out of the old way of being. And with Mars squaring both Neptune and Mercury in opposition to Neptune, this is like, let go of all of your delusions and illusions about what you thought it should be like, what you thought it should feel like, what your fairy tale fantasy was, and really start thinking about what is real and what it is your soul actually came here to do in a real, tangible, solid way. It's time to get your mind in line and action, Mars and Mercury, with what your soul's deepest desire is here, and aligning your thoughts and letting go of the mental patterning that keeps you out of what your heart's heaven on earth is. Not some fantasy or delusion, but actually what you came here to do and create and be, and what you came to serve as, like the love that you are. It's time to let go of the thoughts, and especially the thoughts about yourself. With this full moon conjunct Chiron, opposite Venus and opposite the sun in Libra, like it's time to reformulate the way that you think about yourself, the old mental patterning about yourself, the old self-worth issues. Am I good enough? Do I deserve this heaven on earth reality? Every time that something small happens and you go into a mental patterning that works against what your heart wants, you're halting the process. Like, it's time to be conscious of your thinking and get your thinking on board with what it is that your soul wants, what your soul came here to do. And that's how I'm really feeling this Mars square Mercury, square Neptune, Mercury opposite Neptune. It's like, okay, time to like, it's go time. It's really go time, people. Time to let go of the old mental patterning. Time to recognize it, be conscious of it. Time to see how it keeps us in delusion, and it keeps us in these old karmic cycles. Square Neptune, we've been in this karmic mental patterning where we look at what we see outside of ourselves and we determine that is the only reality that's accessible to us, instead of understanding that we are the creators of our universe and that we can go inside. We can reformulate the way that we think, the way that we communicate, and we can change and shift our reality, Virgo, with our thought pattern. We have the power. We are the creator of our reality. We're the co-creators of our reality. And that's where our power lies, is in our thinking. That's the one, Mercury is such an important planet because it's the one area that we are able to actually have conscious control of our thinking. So when we consciously go down the path of thinking against our heart, we have the choice right then to shift and come back to what it is our heart truly, what is heaven on earth to you? What is heaven on earth to you? Start thinking about that. What does it look like? What kind of thoughts will you have when you're living in your heaven on earth reality? What kind of feelings will you have? Start to use your thoughts, your imagination to do it, to dream it, to feel it. You have that power as the conscious creator of your life. And these energies are calling for you to say, okay, it's go time. It's go time. Let go of the ways you haven't done that and bring them in. And really with this full moon is conjunct Chiron. The full moon is at 16 degrees of Aries, and it's conjunct Chiron at 14 degrees of Aries. And so this is where we're seeing like our deepest wounds. This is opposite Venus in Libra at 13 degrees. And the sun, of course, the sun and the moon are always opposite one another. The sun is at 16 degrees of Libra. So this is the illumination of our deepest wounding inside of ourselves. We're able to see it. We're able to see how we continually wound ourselves with our mental patterning. Chiron's at a mental degree. Chiron is really, it's a 14, so it's about belonging with our heart to create the thoughts. 5, 4 is belonging, 1 is our heart, 5 is our thoughts and our communications. It's the degree of Mercury. So it's the moon is shining a light on how we have continued these karmic cycles of wounding ourselves with our mental patterning. We see the wound, we go into it and we recreate it. We recreate the wound over and over again with our mental patterning. And we have the ability to have that illuminated right now, to love it, to heal it, to recognize that it's happening and to be with it. It's been, I've been living this for the last few days, and it's really powerful. Like our ability to direct our life and our consciousness with our mind is what, like these moon cycles have had so much of this energy woven throughout them lately. We are being, I always feel the moon cycles like a template, a stamp in consciousness where Mother Earth, the planets, the energies, source, the angles, all the energies interacting together is like this template in time, like that we're being given this opportunity with these energies now to up level our consciousness, to step into a new way of acting, reacting, right? Like Aries is very reactive. Like how do we react to our environments? How do we react to in our relationships? Opposite, Aries opposite Libra. How are we reacting to our life in a way that's worked against us? And how do we repattern ourselves, heal ourselves, nurture ourselves in a way, soothe ourselves in a way that helps us to proactively work for ourselves with our thoughts and our communications? And really, it's our thoughts with ourselves. It's our thoughts and our communications with those around us. There's a real balancing of the self and relationships. People are going to see a lot of ways that they've been out of integrity with themselves and how that's affected their relationships. Venus here is shining such a light on all the ways that we haven't felt worthy. Venus is about value and worth and receiving, and she's at home in Libra, and she wants to feel good. She wants to feel valued. She wants to feel yummy and graceful and beautiful, and she's seeing with Chiron opposite her, she's seeing all the ways that she hasn't felt that way, that she has not, she's been out of integrity with her heart and out of integrity with her own mental patterning and about what she believes. Venus is at 14, and so it's 3 is belief and 1 is the heart. So, she hasn't been believing, we haven't been believing in our hearts. And so we haven't been where we belong in relationships. So in some ways, this means people have actually been in wrong relationship. So we're probably going to see some relationships fall apart. Relationships on a personal level, relationships on a professional level. You know, things can fall apart with this full moon. Because we're seeing how we've been out of integrity with our own heart. But it's also possible that we see it and we talk about it and we speak our truth. Pluto here is like, it's truth time. It is time for you to speak your truth. Speak how you feel you've been out of integrity and how you feel there's been a lack of integrity in the relationships, where you haven't been honored, where you haven't felt you've been respected, where you haven't felt you've been cared for or nurtured or nourished in the way that your heart craves. And it's just time to speak it all. Speak your truth. Be with your truth. Stand firm in who you are. This moon is going to support you to up level, and things may have to fall away for that up leveling to have to occur, or they'll up level with you. So if they're for you, if they're for your highest good, you will up level together. You know, your relationship with your partner, your relationship with your friend, your relationship with your professional relationship, your working relationship, whatever the relationship we're speaking of, it will come with you if it is for you. But the most important thing is that you speak your truth. You stand in your truth. You hold yourself in these energies. You know that you are worth living your truth. You are worth being in integrity with yourself. Whatever that means. Whatever that integrity is, whatever that truth is, it's you. It's important to your heart. And it's time to start speaking it and start living it and start being it. Because you as an individual, you are important here on earth right now, and it's important that you're in alignment with your heart, and that you know your truth, and that you speak your truth, and that you live your truth. And the relationships that are for you will come with you, and the ones that are not will fall away. They weren't meant for you anyways, and it's okay. And I know that's a tall order, right? When we're faced with loss, it's scary. And there will be loss for some. Things will shift and change. These energies are calling for it. And it's okay. It's really okay. With this continual Saturn-Uranus square, you know, Saturn is in Aquarius, calling for us to, 18 degrees, to devote to our heart, 8 and 1, and act for a new vibration. We are here to act for creating this new vibration here on Mother Earth. It's our mission here. That's what we all came. We came here to up-level the vibration of Mother Earth into the vibration of love, into the higher frequencies, heaven on earth frequencies. We all came here now to create heaven on earth for Mother Earth. Every single one of us. She called us here. I believe that strongly. And Saturn is like our soul's responsibility. It's what we came to devote here to in this lifetime. So it's in a square to Uranus at 18 degrees of Taurus. And Uranus is calling for us to, Uranus is vibration. Mother Earth, Taurus. Up level the vibration of Mother Earth. And to do that, we have to let go of the old structures, Saturn in reality consciousness, that created the vibration that were out of alignment with Mother Earth. So this ongoing Saturn-Uranus square that we had much of last year and a lot this year, it will peak again this month, and then they're going to move apart. This is such a peak time in our evolution as a species. We are evolving into this new higher frequency together, and we came to do it together. And these energies right now are calling for us to stand in our truth, to use our voice, to use the way that we communicate, to use our thoughts, to let go of old thinking, to communicate what it is inside of us that's our truth, to step into our truth, to stand as an individual, Aries full moon, stand as an individual here on earth, speaking our truth with our wounds out for everyone to see. Chiron, these wounds being illuminated. This is my wounding. This is who I am, and it's okay. I love myself anyways. It makes me feel unworthy to have these wounds. Venus opposite. It makes me feel ugly and not beautiful. And that's okay. And I accept myself and I love myself with my wounding, because we all have it. And I love you with your wounding. And I want to be loved and respected and treated kindly and fairly, Libra. I want to live in a balanced life, harmonious. I want to live in harmony, Libra. I want to live in harmony. And I deserve to do that. I am worthy of that, even if I have wounding, and so are you. Our wounds don't need to hold us back. We don't need to hide in the shadow of our wounding. We can live in our wounding, love it, allow it to heal, because that's how it heals, right? And we don't have to wait for that. That doesn't have to be a further date down the road. That's now. We don't have to wait for ourselves to be healed before we stand here whole and complete as the beautiful human that we came here to be, to serve, to use our voice and use our gifts. In spite of what wounding we have, because we all came with wounding. We all have it, and it's okay, and it's beautiful, and it's what makes us rich and delicious and yummy as the individuals that we are. And these energies are saying, stand as your being, in your wounds, love yourself, know you're worthy, no matter what it feels like. Allow yourselves to see the thoughts that come up that make you feel differently, and let those thoughts fall away. Form new ones. Communicate to the ones that you love your truth, regardless of your wounding. And allow everything that doesn't serve to fall away. Relationships, people, habits, anything that is out of alignment, you know, it's going to be illuminated with this moon. Speak your truth, live your truth, love yourself, and let what doesn't serve go. We're getting ready to move into another eclipse cycle. You know, the next new moon is a new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio at 2 degrees conjunct Venus, and it's going to carry a lot of these similar energies. This whole month we have this grand trine, this grand air trine with Saturn, Mars, and we'll have the Sun and Venus forming a grand air trine. And these energies are supporting the masculine and feminine sides of ourselves, the receiving and the action energy that is us, to really up level, to align our vibration, Saturn in Aquarius, with this higher way of being, and align our thought patterning, be active about our thoughts and our communications, and how we think about ourselves, how we think about each other, how we think about the world, how we think about our soul's mission, because Mars is going to continue and it's squared to Neptune as well. And so it's like there's this supportive flow of energy about up-leveling ourselves, our vibrations, our thoughts, and our actions. And so it's going to continue. The Saturn-Uranus square is going to continue. These energies, we're feeling them really acutely right now, but they're going to continue. And it's all for us. It's all for us. It's all for us. And I love you. I love you. You know, there's some pretty dramatic things happening in a lot of people's lives right now. Dramatic losses. Dramatic changes. I feel them. I'm having them in my personal, my familial life. There's some really major stuff happening, and it's hard. I mean, these energies are not for the faint of heart, and we were called here for this. Just hold yourselves tightly, gently, gently and tightly at this time, and know that we're all feeling it. We're all going through it on one level or another. And we're all seeing it in our lives, and we're seeing it on the global scale. And it's scary because we don't know where we're going. We don't know what it's going to look like. And it's new because we've never been here before. But I know in the depth of my heart, in the depth of my being, in every cell of my body, that it's for us, that we're moving towards these higher frequencies. And anybody who's paying attention to anything, if you're watching this, you have to feel it. You're not the same person that you were a year ago, let alone 5 years ago. The people around you aren't the same. Things are shifting. And the most beautiful thing that we can do is to just be very gentle with ourselves, to listen to our hearts, to drop into our hearts and listen to what we need in every moment, and do our best to give that to ourselves, to reparent ourselves with these energies, to be the mom and the dad, the divine papa and the divine mama that we never had. You know, no matter how good our mom and dad were, we probably got some wounding from them. And it's time for us to really, really love ourselves as the creator that we are, to understand our human fallibility, and be gentle with ourselves, and hold ourselves, and know that it's a journey, it's a process, and it's an expansion. It's an expansion into the love that we are. The only truth that exists on this planet is love. And that is what we are. That is what I am. That is what you are. That is what Mother Earth is. That is what these energies that we see around us. It's all love. And the veils are coming off. The veils that have kept us from seeing that that person who feels like an outsider or feels like an enemy, they're just love too. That's all they are. And as these veils come off, we have to challenge old belief systems, old emotional patterning, old thought patterning, old vibrational patterning, you know, old energetic patterning. So it pushes us to our edges, and it's for us. So love yourselves. Be conscious of your thoughts. Be conscious of your thoughts. Bring them back to your heart. If you're having trouble, if you're in the hamster wheel of thinking thoughts you don't want to think, of creating realities that you don't want to create with your thoughts, come back to your heart. Come back to your heart. That's the best advice that I can give, because it's the only thing that works for me at this moment, and I have a lot of tools. So I love you. I love you so much, and I feel you. I really feel you. So let's call on the angels right now to help usher in more of these lighter energies, the ones that are really in alignment with our hearts, heaven on earth. I didn't even speak about Jupiter opposite Mercury. I was like, did I miss anything? Jupiter opposite Mercury is just everything else that I've been talking about. Jupiter is asking us at 1 degree Aries to expand into more self-love, into loving the being that we are, the little inner child that is us, the first degrees of Aries. Expand that love for your little inner child. And opposite Mercury, it's like, how are you using your thinking in a way that is out of the alignment of love for your inner child? And how can you align your thinking and your communication to love that little baby self that you are deeper and greater? It's everything. All of these energies are so much in alignment with one another. They're all calling for such similar things. I love you. I'm so grateful for you, and I just send out so many blessings. So let's call on these sweet angels. Holy source of all that is, Mother Goddess, Father God, holy inner child, beautiful archangels of the Christ-like consciousness, beautiful guardian angels and guides of my own and all those watching, guardian angels of Mother Earth and all of your beautiful benefic energies, the energies of this land, the ancestor spirits of this land, of my own and of all those watching, the ancestral spirits of the indigenous people of these lands, the beautiful cosmic energies, known and unknown, galactic beings, the magical energies, the unicorns, the fairies, the elementals, the sacred energies of Mother Earth's 4 elements, the water, the air, the earth, the fire, the sacred energies of the 4 directions, this beautiful river, the Rogue River, I love you so much. All of these beautiful benefic energies. All of these energies here present on Mother Earth, helping Mother Earth and helping us humans to ascend into higher states of consciousness, ascend into deeper and greater and more expansive levels of the love that we are, the love that is everything, the source frequency that flows through everything. The beautiful animal spirits flying and fluttering all around. We thank you for joining us in sacred ceremony today. We thank you for helping us to create a beautiful portal from the heavenly realms to the earthly realms, piercing through the veils of illusion, helping us to see the love that is present, the heaven on earth that is present here, now, and always, helping to usher in the light and the love that helps to peel back these layers of delusion and illusion. Thank you for helping to ground these heavenly energies here present in our 3D reality and helping us to usher in and bring in expansive, abundant, prolific levels of heaven on earth energy for ourselves and for everyone, for the whole of creation. Thank you, beautiful beings. I now call upon the guardian angels of Mother Earth, Archangel Uriel of the north, of the sacred earth, Archangel Michael of the south, of the beautiful fire, Archangel Gabriel of the west, of the sweet magical waters, and Archangel Raphael of the east, of the holy air. Beautiful guardian angels of Mother Earth, I thank you, I love you. I so humbly and gratefully ask that you join all of our energies here in ceremony today. You join our energies with your beautiful archangelic energies, and you help us to ground these beautiful archangelic energies deep into the core of Mother Earth. And through your beautiful instruction, through your guidance, through your love, through your knowingness, I ask that you help us all in ceremony today to raise our vibrations and raise the vibration of the planet so high. You help us to raise our vibrations so high between the realms, between the angelic realms and the earthly realms. You help us to raise our vibrations so high. We raise our vibrations so high between these realms that we create a most magnificent, the biggest, the most abundant, the most beautiful portal of light, of love, of angelic energy, of source energy, where Christ-like consciousness, where beautiful love, the beautiful energy of the angelic realm flows into everything here on Mother Earth, into the fabric of reality here in this 3D realm. This beautiful light flowing into all of the waterways, into every single water molecule present on Mother Earth, in every dimension, in every quantum reality, in every timeline, flowing into every single bit of sacred fire that exists, the sacred fire especially in the human heart, igniting the fire in every single human heart, opening them to the love that they are, every human heart that has ever lived, past, present, and future, in every timeline. This beautiful light of heaven on earth flowing into all of the air, into every bit of air, in every single quantum reality, flowing into all of the earth, in all states of her consciousness, in every level of her being, every bit of earth full of this beautiful Christ-like consciousness, expanding her into the love that she is, elevating all of her consciousness into the heaven on earth frequencies now in every dimension, This beautiful light of love, this beautiful light of source energy of Christ-like consciousness flowing into every bit of structure here, every bit of reality structure, in every quantum reality, into anything built by humans ever, past, present, and future, into all institutions, into every political system, into everything that's ever been created, in every timeline, in all quantum realities. This beautiful light flowing into all of existence, peeling back the layers of illusion, opening all of humanity and all of creation to the heaven on earth reality that exists right here now, to a love that is in everything and that is everything. Thank you for opening us, expanding us gently and easily, gracefully, with harmony, into these higher states of heaven on earth consciousness. Guide us, lead us, illuminate the path forward. Show us the way, Holy Source, so we know through our hearts what is in the highest good for ourselves, for each other, for Mother Earth, in every now moment. And we act, we think, we feel in alignment with this. Allow us the harmony and the grace to do this with love, to do this gently and easily and quickly. Bring grace and peace and harmony to all those suffering with this beautiful light of love. Those suffering across the planet from hunger, from thirst, from war, from famine, from discomfort, from disease. Bring this light of holy Christ-like consciousness to all those who hurt, all those who suffer at any level of their being. Help us to live in the knowingness that as one suffers, we all suffer. And until we are all in alignment with our hearts, heaven on earth, and we're all creating from this, and we're all loving one another, you are me and I am you. Allow us to know that at the deepest level of our being and serve one another from that. Allow us to expand so beautifully into the love that we are in every now moment, and usher in heaven on earth now, for our highest good, for the highest good of all, for the highest good of Mother Earth, for the highest good of all of creation. We thank you and we love you, beautiful archangels. Thank you for supporting this process. Thank you, beautiful cosmic beings, earthly beings, ancestor beings. Thank you, all of creation, for supporting this. We love you, holy source of all that is. We love you, Mother Earth. We love you, angels of the Christ-like consciousness. We're so grateful. We're so grateful to step into and to elevate into and to open up into the love that we are and the heaven on earth that we are in every now moment, for the highest good of all, and so it is. Blessed be. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, beautiful beings. Thank you so much. My heart is with you all. My heart's with Mother Earth. My heart's with all those suffering right now. I love you. And I know that this is for us, no matter how hard it is, no matter how much it hurts. I love you all, and I'm with you all. Hold on tight, gently and tightly and gracefully to your hearts and to each other. Hold on to the ones you love as well. And know that we're going to get through this together. We're going to get through this. I love you. God bless you.